Hi, this is Doug Bradley, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you are listening to Without Your Head. And you'd better keep listening to Without Your Head, or you will not only be without your head, you will be without your soul, because I will tear it apart.
Welcome to the station of decapitation without your head. I'm Nasty Neil, and I'm joined by Theresa Tilly, Shelley of the iconic horror film The Evil Dead, and she's now in the Bigfoot horror film Stomping Ground. And I also have the director of said film, Dan Riesser, on the line. How you guys doing?
Good, we're great. Great, thanks.
Excellent. Now, I said it's a Bigfoot film, but you want to give an idea of what the movie's about for people not aware?
Yeah, so Stomping Ground's about a young couple that it goes on a weekend trip home to the girlfriend's hometown in North Carolina. And after meeting an old friend, they discover that the girlfriend and her friends used to sort of hunt for Bigfoot and believe in Bigfoot when they were kids. And before the boyfriend knows it, he's kind of taken on this trip out into the woods, and he's very out of his element because he's a big city boy and he's down south. And yeah, slowly things sort of turn sinister and turn into a creature feature.
Mm-hmm. Now, Theresa, what interested you in the movie?
Well, I'm a Bigfoot fan.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've always, found it to be an intriguing character. And I was just curious how, that would go. And I also knew the lead actor, John Bobek. We had done some theater together here in LA, and he suggested me for this role. And I thought it'd be fun to work with him. Excuse me. So he's great. He's very funny. He plays a fish out of water character, but as Dan just said, things get sinister, and he does a great job with that as well. So I just thought it would be a lot of fun. And going to North Carolina and being in the Uwharrie mountains just seemed like cool.
Yeah. Now, Dan, are you also a Bigfoot fan? And by saying a Bigfoot fan, like, do you mean like, do you believe in Bigfoot, or are you just interested in the stories?
Well, what I've been saying all along is that the funny thing about Bigfoot is I get the sense that everybody likes Bigfoot. It's when I tell people I made a Bigfoot movie, no one goes, "Oh, that's stupid." Everyone goes, "Oh, cool, that's fun." Like everybody kind of likes Bigfoot, even if you don't necessarily believe. I think there's a little bit of everybody who wants him to be real, and I definitely went into the process as a novice and a non-believer. And after doing all the research and talking to the people who actually do the Bigfooting and all the different things, I've come around. I like to say now that I'm like a hopeful. I'm like an optimist about it. I don't necessarily know if I believe, but I hope that there's a Bigfoot.
Me too, just like Santa Claus.
Exactly. Theresa brought up the main male lead, and I think just besides Bigfoot, what makes the movie work is all the characters. You're interested in them, and you care about what happens to them.
Yeah, definitely. The movie is a small character movie, at its heart, and it's a love story about this young couple, and I'm really happy that people are enjoying the characters and kind of empathizing with the characters. And I can't say enough about the four leads that we have. I think they all do such a great job with it. A couple of them, the two leads, John and Tara, were both people I'd worked with on shorts and friends of mine, different things like that. And I knew they were going to nail it. I had no question about them. And then Justin and Jeremy, the other two, the two local boys, they're incredible. And they've become really good friends. And yeah, I can't say enough about those guys. They did such a good job with this movie. And I think really made me look good, look way better than I probably would have because of their, just stellar performances.
Yeah. Now, Theresa, how much are you like the character you portray?
How much am I like that character?
Yeah. Hopefully not at all, but I don't know.
I think it wasn't much of a stretch.
Oh, all right.
I like to drink wine.
Uh-huh.
I'm overprotective and judgmental. Ask my real daughter. Other than that, I guess, I don't know. That's where it is.
I will say the two of them, Theresa and Tara, became pretty fast friends, and they sort of had a kind of weird mother-daughter friendship blooming when we were shooting.
Yeah.
Which, was really funny to watch. But, yeah.
Yeah, and that your kind of questioning of Ben's manhood kind of sets up the whole movie, because that's kind of a big part of why everything happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, exactly. That's my favorite moment. Yeah, I agree.
And the Bigfoot looks amazing. It's a nice slow build up to the Bigfoot, and it's a really great payoff because he looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm proud of a lot with the movie, but that's one thing that I'm really proud of because we made the movie for no money. I think that's clear. I don't think anyone's debating that. It was my first feature, and I knew it was intended to be this slow burn, this kind of slow rom-com that sort of morphs into something different as it goes. And so I knew that we had to execute that, because if we fail at that, then the genre fans who've been sitting with us for that amount of time are going to be kind of pissed off. But and I can't say enough about the creature designer Dan Riesser, who built the suit and executed all that. He knocked it out of the park, and he did it for very little money. And then the performer Kurt Carley, who performs the Bigfoot, he's amazing. He's a professional, creature performer, and he's been on big movies. And so it was a really cool experience getting to work with him. And I'd never done that before. So it was a very weird experience directing a guy in a giant Bigfoot costume. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the Bigfoot turned out. And I think that, it shows that even though, we were making a tiny little movie, we still, we're still able to execute something pretty special.
Yeah. And I thought it was good to see him, Bigfoot, kind of run through the woods, because I think, so many people have that image in their mind, so, it kind of plays on that.
Yeah, I'm also I just read I was reading a slightly negative review the other day, and one of their criticisms was that some of the Bigfoot sequences take place during the day, in daylight, and that, for me, was always something I really wanted to do, because most creature features, especially low-budget ones that clearly didn't have the money to make the best suit in the world, they, shoot at night and shoot with a shaky camera and find any way possible to sort of hide what you're actually seeing. And in my opinion, I was always sort of really big on, let's have the final sequence take place in the daytime, and let's see a full body head to toe shot. And that's kind of a gamble with such a low budget movie, but I'm really happy we did that. And the most famous Bigfoot footage takes place during the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know what people are trying to say there, but I'm really happy that we shot during the day.
Yeah, and that's like an iconic image of the the Bigfoot in the day, and so I thought it was great to play on that.
Awesome.
Now, Theresa, did you see the Bigfoot before you saw the finished film?
No, I didn't. I was really scared, and it was exciting to see it on the big screen. Yeah, I wasn't there when they shot that.
Mm-hmm. So,
did a great.
I'm sorry. Are there going to be screenings of the movie? Upcoming screenings?
There potentially will be. Our distributor was actually just emailing with me about some potential theatrical screenings that may be happening. We're on the tail end, obviously, of our film festival run, which is really great. And now, really, what we're pushing is that on next Tuesday, March 8th, the movie comes out on DVD, and it'll be available on VOD for streaming on a bunch of different platforms. And I'm really happy to finally be at the stage, because it took a long time, and it was a nerve-wracking process. But it's really great now that on Tuesday, if anyone asks me where they can see the movie, I can tell them, you can go watch it right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But hopefully we'll have some more theatrical. I'd love it. It's always fun to watch a movie with an audience. Mm-hmm. So it'd be great.
Any specials on the DVD?
Yeah, the DVD has deleted scenes and extended scenes, which is kind of cool. It's got an extra ending sequence that got cut out of the movie and a bunch of other things. It's got a behind-the-scenes featurette, which is a lot of fun because we didn't have like an official behind-the-scenes, EPK person. It was all just cast and crew kind of passing a camera around and shooting. And then it's got a commentary track that I recorded with John Bobek and Tara Despain. And that was really fun to do because we hadn't all sat down and watched the movie together in a while, and we had a couple beers and watched the movie and enjoyed ourselves. So yeah, all that stuff's on there. And I will say real quickly, if you do purchase the DVD direct from the distributor, BrinkVision, and their website is brinkvision.com, the first 100 people, it comes with a poster that was signed by the cast and crew, including Theresa. And then some of those people are going to get a little bit of Evil Dead memorabilia that Theresa provided us. So there's a couple other goodies in there. So if anyone's interested, that's a good way to get the movie and get something special in the process.
Oh, that's awesome. And I did want to ask Theresa just a couple quick Evil Dead questions. And one of those things was, how is your view or your opinion of the movie changed over time?
Oh, that's funny. Well, when I first saw it, I was with my parents, and I had no idea that Ellen was going to be raped by trees. Because in the script it said Linda, or Cheryl rather, is attacked by the woods. So we didn't know that, it was going to be that kind of attack.
Uh-huh.
And so my parents were pretty freaked out, and so was I, and so I really didn't want anything to do with the movie for about 20 years. Mm. And it wasn't until Betsy and I caught up here in L.A. that we discovered people actually were watching the movie and that you could rent it at Best Buy, or not Best Buy, one of those video stores that use
Blockbuster, right.
Yeah, and so eventually we were invited to a screening of it here in LA at a big theater, and there were like piles of people around the block waiting to talk to us and get our autograph. And so then I took a second look at the movie, and I thought, this is kind of good. It's kind of scary and funny, and I kind of like it. So now I've embraced it along with Ellen and Betsy and Rich DeManicore, who plays Scotty. We have a great time going around the world talking to people about, our experience. And part of it, too, is that we were all so young, and even Sam, it was his first movie. And it was like every time we see each other, it's kind of like a high school reunion when we get together. So it's just a lot of fun now. Mm-hmm. I really do like it.
Yeah. Now, when you first saw it, and there was like some stuff there you didn't expect to look the way it, as hardcore as it looked. But when you were making the movie, was it a positive experience?
Well, I mean, it's as positive as you can be when you're not sleeping for days on end and people are pouring syrup on you and you're freezing and there's oatmeal running down your face and you're blind because you have contact lenses on. I mean, so other than those things, everybody was really great and fun, and we all adored each other, really.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you guys started doing the conventions, how different were they than you were expecting them to be? Did you, seeing all the horror fans?
Well, we were a little worried that, we just didn't know what to expect, that they were going to stalk us or, I don't know. And it turned out the fans are just really nice and great. And we have a lot of them that, are friends and we see frequently throughout our travels. And so they have become a real fun part of being part of this movie.
Mm-hmm. And I know Gunnar Hansen passed away. Well, everyone knows, not too long ago. And I was friendly with him from the convention scene. And I know, and you were in a movie. And do you have a story you'd like to share of Gunnar Hansen? Memory?
Well, Gunnar was he was a special guy. He really he just was very authentic and genuine. And he was a writer, so he just saw things a little bit differently, not just an actor. I don't think he ever really intended to be an actor, but it just nature brought him into it. So he had different sensibilities, and we often chat at these conventions. And then, of course, when we made what was that movie that we the mockumentary about horror films, I had a very small part, but it was really fun to work with him. He just was there for every second of it, and really entertaining and fun. Fun guy, sweet.
Yeah. Well, everybody know March 8th on video on demand and DVD, Stomping Ground. It's I've been talking about it on the show, not just because you guys are here. I actually really enjoyed this movie, and unlike normally, I guess, which would mean I'd lie all the time, but no, this was a good time, and it was an excellent movie. It's a good film and an awesome Bigfoot, so it's good all around.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Dan Creed from Bastard. Co-director Patrick Robert Young.
And co-director Paul Robinson.
And you're listening to Without Your Head.